Have you ever jumped out of your skin at something completely harmless, like a garden hose coiled in the grass, only to realize a second later it's definitely not a snake? Or perhaps you feel an intense dread about flying, even though statistically it's one of the safest ways to travel? It's a bizarre paradox, isn't it? Our rational minds know better, yet our bodies react with primal terror. Why do we fear what can't hurt us? What invisible forces within our brains trigger such potent, unreasoning alarm bells? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating psychology and neuroscience of fear and phobias, uncovering the surprising reasons behind these powerful emotions and, crucially, how you can reclaim control from your own mind. Imagine you're walking in a dimly lit forest, and suddenly you see a long, dark shape on the path. Before your conscious mind can even register branch or shadow, your heart pounds, your breath hitches, and you're already recoiling. That instantaneous, automatic reaction isn't a flaw. It's a testament to your brain's incredible, ancient survival mechanism working at lightning speed. This primal reaction was elegantly uncovered by neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux. He discovered that fear signals don't always take the scenic route through your conscious, thinking brain. Instead, there's a superhighway directly to your amygdala, the brain's emotional command center, that operates in a mind-boggling 12 milliseconds. Think about it. 12 milliseconds. That's faster than your conscious brain can even register what it's seeing. Your amygdala has already screamed, "Danger," and initiated the fight or flight response before you've logically processed a single detail. It's why you jump first, and only then do you realize it's just a harmless piece of rope, not a venomous snake. This low-road bypass of the conscious cortex is a crucial survival hack. In a world full of actual predators, the brain prioritizes speed over accuracy. It's better to react to a false alarm than hesitate and become dinner. The downside? Our sophisticated brains often misinterpret harmless stimuli as genuine threats, leading to those irrational jumps and phobias. So, when your rational brain tries to tell itself it's just a spider, but your body is already screaming, remember Ledoux's work. Your amygdala is reacting to a pattern, an ancient blueprint of threat, before your higher brain can provide context. It's an emergency brake designed for a different era, sometimes over-applying itself in our modern world. While some fear responses are innate, many of our specific phobias are actually learned, and not always in ways you'd expect. One of the most infamous experiments in psychology history, the Little Albert study from 1920, chillingly demonstrated just how easily fears can be conditioned, even in an infant, and how they can spread. Psychologists John Watson and Rosalie Rayner taught an 11-month-old infant, little Albert, to fear white rats. Initially, Albert loved playing with the rat, but every time he reached for it, a loud, startling bang would sound. After just a few repetitions, Albert began to cry and try to crawl away from the rat, even without the loud noise. What's truly remarkable and ethically concerning is how this fear generalized. Albert's fear of the white rats spread to other similar objects. He became scared of furry coats, Santa Claus's beard, even a rabbit. This showed that a specific, learned fear could quickly morph into a broad phobia, highlighting the brain's powerful associative learning. But not all fears are equally easy to condition. Evolutionary psychologists have identified something called prepared fears. This means that while we can learn to fear anything, our brains are biologically prepared to develop phobias of certain things more easily than others. Think snakes, spiders, heights, or dark enclosed spaces. These prepared stimuli were genuine threats to our ancient ancestors. They represented immediate dangers to survival. This explains the paradox. We develop phobias of snakes or spiders far more readily than of cars, electrical outlets, or guns, even though modern dangers kill vastly more people today. Our ancient wiring still biases what we readily perceive as threatening. So, if fears can be learned so quickly and even hardwired into our ancient brains, are we doomed to live with them? Absolutely not. The incredible news from neuroscience and psychology is that your brain is remarkably adaptable. It's capable of learning, unlearning, and literally rewiring itself. This concept is the bedrock of powerful treatments for phobias. One of the most effective approaches, developed from Joseph Walp's work on systematic desensitization in the 1950s, is called exposure therapy. The idea is elegantly simple, though often challenging in practice. Gradually and repeatedly expose yourself to the feared stimulus in a safe, controlled environment until your brain learns it's not actually dangerous. Imagine someone with an intense spider phobia. Exposure therapy wouldn't involve throwing them into a room full of tarantulas. Instead, it might start with simply looking at a picture of a spider, then watching a video, then observing a spider from a distance, eventually progressing to being in the same room, and perhaps even touching one. Each step, taken slowly and deliberately, allows your brain to gather new information. It's like collecting evidence against your fear. Your amygdala, which initially screamed danger, starts to receive conflicting signals. Wait, nothing bad is happening. This isn't a threat. Over time, those neural pathways of fear begin to weaken, and new pathways of safety are formed. This isn't about simply getting over it or being brave. It's a profound process of neuroplasticity, your brain literally changing its structure and function in response to new experiences. The success rate for specific phobias with exposure therapy is astonishingly high, often above 80%, offering immense hope to anyone struggling with an irrational fear. So, how can you use this incredible insight into your brain's fear mechanisms to your advantage? First, simply understanding that your fear response is often an ancient, overzealous alarm system, not necessarily a true reflection of danger, is incredibly empowering. It helps you separate the emotional alarm from rational reality. When you feel that irrational fear surge, acknowledge it. Tell yourself, okay, my amygdala just fired its quick response. It's doing its job, but my conscious brain knows this isn't a real threat. This small act of conscious awareness can create a tiny pause, a gap between the automatic reaction and your potential response. If you're dealing with a specific phobia, consider incorporating principles of exposure therapy into your life. Start small, with tiny, manageable steps. If you fear public speaking, begin by speaking to one friend, then a small group, then a larger one. Each successful, non-catastrophic experience rewires your brain one step at a time. Remember, this journey is not about eliminating fear entirely. Fear is a vital survival tool. It's about calibrating your brain's alarm system so it fires appropriately, responding to genuine threats rather than harmless shadows. If your fears feel overwhelming or are significantly impacting your life, please consult with a qualified mental health professional. Their expertise in techniques like exposure therapy can guide you to lasting change. Your brain is an astonishingly complex and adaptable organ. It's equipped with ancient safeguards that, while sometimes overprotective, are ultimately there to keep you safe. By understanding these fascinating mechanisms, from the lightning-fast amygdala to the power of conditioned learning and the brain's capacity for rewiring, you hold the key to truly understanding yourself and conquering what you once thought unconquerable. You have more control than you think.